Awesome. Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to Saturday morning yoga. Thank you so much for joining me today on the mat. My name is Sarah, be the instructor for today. Today's yoga class is going to be a bit more of a beginner slow flow, just to kind of introduce some basics and yeah, get a sense of the yoga practice, how it usually is structured and everything. Um, Yoga practice is so much more than stretching and exercising. It goes so deep into meditation and breathing and uniting your mind and body, instilling calm and peace into your heart. So even though we practice a lot of stretching and strengthening and exercises, just know there's a lot more to the practice. And if you can't even do those things, it's really not a big deal. It's just about being present here with your body and, yeah, challenging yourself a little bit, but having fun at the same time, taking it easy. So, we're going to go ahead and get started in a nice, easy seated pose, sitting in the center of your mat. Taking a nice deep inhale, feeling the crown of the head rise. And a slow exhale, just feeling yourself relax through the shoulders, ground through the sit bones. Another deep breath here, just noticing your palms, whether they're facing down on your knees or up to the sky. Just become aware of the sensations of your palms, the temperature. We're going to start the practice with our Ujjayi breath. You start by inhaling, and as you exhale, just gently close the throat a little, like you're about to fog a mirror. But keeping your mouth closed, you exhale. Kind of making the sound of the ocean and the seashell a little bit. We're going to take a few of these breaths. So good for calming the mind. The Ujjayi breath is one that you can carry throughout your practice or come back to throughout the practice. It's great for taking you even deeper into relaxation, for settling even more into your posture. A few more deep breaths here. Feeling the face relax, any tension releasing from the shoulders. And we'll slowly begin with some movement here. We're just going to start with the head. So inhale, really reaching the crown of the head high. Exhale, we drop one ear to its shoulder and just start to round the chin towards the chest as the other ear comes to its shoulder. Just moving this head side to side. If you'd like, you can roll the head all the way back if it feels okay for you. Inhaling, coming back through center with the head. We're just going to get into the shoulders. Inhale, up and back. Inhaling, up and back. Wonderful, nice big shoulder rolls here. And we'll switch directions. Bring the shoulders forward and down. Wonderful. We're going to come to our wrists from here and just start to move the wrists, rounding them out in circles. If you'd like, you can even grab your hands, interlace your hands, and kind of roll the wrist out like this. We'll go ahead, put the left hand in front of us, pull those fingertips back towards us. Switching hands, right fingertips, palm facing out, pull them back towards you. And exhale, release. Our hands come to our knees. We're going to inhale, pull the chest forward, lift the chin, gaze up. Really squeeze those shoulder blades back. On the exhale, we're round through the spine, tucking the pelvis. Chin comes towards the chest, navel towards the spine. Releasing all of the air. Inhale, we open the chest, fill the body with oxygen. And exhale, release all the air as you round through the spine, pulling those shoulder blades away from each other. Inhale, pulling open with the chest. And exhale, rounding it out. We're going to inhale, come back through center, long spine. Another deep inhale, we reach our arms overhead. On the exhale, the right hand is going to come to the left knee as the left hand comes behind us, and we do a gentle twist, maybe bringing our gaze to look over the left shoulder. Inhaling back through center, reaching arms up. Exhale, left hand comes to right knee. Right hand is straight behind you as you look over the right shoulder. Inhaling, we'll come back to center, arms overhead. And exhale, release, extending the legs straight out in front of you. Flexing the toes here, we're going to take a head to toe. We're probably still pretty tight, so if you like, you can kind of bounce your knees a little bit up and down. We're going to start inhaling, reaching the arms overhead, and trying to keep a straight spine, just start to fold. We'll release the hands down onto the ankles, the shins, maybe around the feet. And instead of rounding through the spine, just try to bend the knees and fold deeper. Or you can straighten the knees and just stay high lifted. We're just going to try to keep a straight spine, our shoulders pulling away from the ears. Taking an inhale, really pull forward with the crown of the head. On the exhale, allow your body to release over the legs, relax. You can add some movement here if you'd like. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, folding. Inhale, lifting. Folding. Whatever feels good as we start to warm up the body. We're going to inhale, halfway lengthen. We're going to grab onto our right foot or right ankle, whatever you like. We're going to lift the foot up straight in the air, holding it towards us, flexing the toes. We're going to bend the knee from here and place this foot right above our left knee, kind of making a figure 4 shape here. Our hands come right behind the hips as we bend the left knee, and we come into a little seated pigeon. You can kind of use your hands to pull your chest towards your knee. This is called a seated pigeon pose. Wonderful. From here, we're going to tuck this left foot that's planted into our hip like this and just lower the knee to the ground, placing this crossed foot onto the ground as well over our knee. We're going to take another twist here. Maybe this time you'd like to go deeper. You can either just hug this right knee into your chest and gaze over, or you can inhale, lift the left arm up, place the elbow outside of the knee, and kind of turn open. We're going to try to bring our gaze over the right shoulder. Really use that back hand to straighten the spine, keep your spine nice and tall. Breathing into the belly. We'll exhale, release, coming forward. Just a little counter twist. We're going to twist to the other side, to the left. grabbing this right foot that's crossed. We're going to extend it and open it all the way out to the side. From here, we'll inhale, lift the arms up. On the exhale, the right hand comes inside the right leg as the left fingertips reach over, grabbing for the toes. Reaching for the toes. Trying to stack the shoulders, gaze up, inhaling deep into the side body. We'll exhale, release the chest forward. We're just going to walk our hands out and around to the other side. The left hand plants right behind this left hip. And we just gently inhale, lift the hips up and reach the right arm back. Exhale, lower the hips down. And we'll come back through center in to our head to toe, both legs together, straight together in front of you. And just a disclaimer, I'll say it now before we go into any deeper postures. Just be aware of your limits. I might instruct some postures that might be a little bit challenging, but you don't have to take it. Feel free to take your own modifications. I'll definitely try my best to offer some modifications throughout the practice, but just listen to your body. Not all postures look the same for everybody. We're going to go ahead and release forward. You can inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release forward into our head to toe pose. We're going to halfway lift. This time we grab the left foot, maybe the left ankle, and we extend the foot straight up with flexed foot. You can kind of just pull this leg in towards you. And then we're going to bend the knee, place this left foot right above our right knee, kind of on our lower thigh. We'll place our hands right behind our hip, bend this knee, and just try to pull our chest in towards our legs here to get a nice seated pigeon stretch. The left feet are flexed. Wonderful. From here, we're going to take this right foot, tuck it in towards our hip, and plant this left foot down. The right knee comes down. We inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, you can either just hug this knee into your chest or take the right elbow all the way outside the left knee as we gaze over to the left. Taking a deeper spinal twist here, breathing into the belly button. Then we're going to exhale, release. Take a counter twist, just twisting over to the right.
Doggy.
Hi.
Doggy.
Yeah. They're so cute, aren't they? I love when they practice with me. Just taking a quick little counter twist to the right. We're going to grab this left foot here, extending it and opening it all the way out to the side, to the left. Inhaling, we'll reach arms overhead. Exhale, the left hand comes inside the left leg as the right fingertips reach overhead for the toes. Again, just trying to stack the shoulders, open the chest here. Gaze up. We'll inhale once more. And exhale, release the chest forward. We're just going to walk the palms all the way to the other side. The right hand kind of comes right outside this left hip, the right hip. And we inhale, press into the hand as we lift the hips up. Reach the left arm back and over. Wonderful. Exhale, release it down. We're just going to take this right foot here, open it out to the side into a nice straddle dragonfly stretch. It might already feel very sensational here. If you'd like, you can just gently fold the chest forward, making sure the toes and knees stay pointed up. Take an inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, feel yourself relax into the stretch. We'll inhale, press our way back up. We're just going to gently bend the knees and bring the bottoms of the feet together, opening the knees wide. Our hands come to bind around our feet, and we're in a little butterfly pose. If you would like to add some wing flaps, we're going to just take another stretch here. Inhale, lengthening, and exhale, release, fold into the butterfly. Try to use maybe your elbows to press your knees down for a little bit more of a stretch. We're going to inhale, come back up. Option here to take a reverse tabletop, planting the feet right in front of you, hands behind your hips. Inhale, lift the hips, maybe drop the head back. And exhale, release the hips down. We're going to come into a tabletop position from here, stacking our knees under our hips. And from here, we're just going to walk the hands forward a little bit, bending the elbows. We're going to lower our chest and chin to the mat. This is our 8-limb pose for our chin, chest, hands, knees, and feet touching the ground. From here, we're going to gently inhale, slide forward onto our belly, planting the hands right under your shoulders. We'll take a baby cobra. So inhale, we squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the chest, gaze forward. Exhale, release it down. Let's just take a few more of those, but we're kind of going to get into bigger cobra if you'd like. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, the chest comes forward. As you start to extend the elbows, you'll notice more of a lower back stretch, and that's when you really want to squeeze the glutes, engage the glutes to protect the lower back. We'll exhale, release down. One more, we'll inhale, pull open and up with the chest. Maybe seeing how far you can extend your elbows here. If it's still a little bit early in the practice, feel free to stick to a nice baby cobra. Keeping the gaze forward, we'll take another deep inhale. On the exhale, we'll press back with the hips into a child's pose. Our hips come all the way back onto our heels. You can bring your knees a little bit wider to allow your stomach to fall in between. Just relax your head here. Taking a nice deep breath into the back of the ribs. This is our child's resting pose, and always a really great posture to come back to if you're ever feeling the practice is too intense or you need an extra breather or break. This is definitely where you want to come. We're going to just take a nice deep breath here again. Exhale, let it go. Tenting the fingers, lifting the elbows off, we kind of activate in our child's pose. Wonderful. We'll plant the hands, tuck the back toes, and usually your child's pose gives you a perfect positioning for your downward dog for your hands and feet. So from here, we're just going to simply press the hips up, extending straight with the legs. We're going to add a little bit of movement before settling into our downward facing dog, bending the knees, straightening the legs. Go ahead, just bend the knees, straightening the legs. And then once you come into your down dog here, you can kind of pedal the feet, just add some movement to kind of help your body settle in a bit more to this posture. We want our chest to really be reaching back towards our thighs. Our ears are falling away from the shoulders, and our heels are pressing towards the ground. Hips are lifting really nice and high. Taking a nice deep breath, filling the belly with air. Open the mouth, exhale, let it all go. We're going to take a half vinyasa flow just to give you a sense of our vinyasa. We're going to inhale, round the spine forward into our plank, shoulders over the wrist. Inhale. On the exhale, we'll lower our knees, chest, chin to the mat. On the inhale, we're going to pull forward and up into a cobra with the chest. Inhaling. Exhaling, we tuck the back toes and we lift the hips back into our downward facing dog. From here, we're just gonna lift the heels and start to walk our feet as many steps as you'd like towards your hands. Keeping your feet hip distance here, we'll bend the knees and allow the body to completely relax over the legs. Allowing the upper body to completely hang and be loose here. If you'd like, you can kind of bend and straighten the knees. Or maybe grab opposite elbow and do a little sway. Breathing deep into the belly, feel the belly button expand. And on the exhale, feel the navel come back towards the spine as you fold a little bit deeper. We'll inhale, bend through the knees and start to round the spine all the way up to standing, inhaling arms overhead. And we'll exhale, release our hands by our side. Coming into our mountain Tadasana pose, just standing maybe with your palms facing forward. Feet hip distance or pelvis is tucked. Shoulders are drawn back and away from the ears. Take a nice deep inhale, feeling the crown of the head rise. And exhale, feel yourself ground here. We're going to flow through a full vinyasa, a sun salutation, just to heat up the body, get us ready for some deeper stretches. There's definitely a lot of different ways to take it. This is just a basic sun salutation A. We're going to inhale, reach the arms overhead. On the exhale, we'll fold forward, trying to keep a straight spine. Feel free to bend the knees into a forward fold. On the inhale, our hands come to our shins and we halfway lengthen. On the exhale, we release down, plant the hands, and step back into a plank. Inhale, we lengthen through the heels and the head. On the exhale, you can drop the knees, and we'll exhale, tuck the elbows into the side as we lower the chest down. On the inhale, we'll pull forward and up with the chest into cobra. On the exhale, we'll tuck the back toes, lift the hips, and release into our downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths here. Wonderful. We're going to lift the heels, bend the knees, and just step to the top of the mat. Releasing into your forward fold. We'll inhale, halfway lengthen once again. Exhale, release into a fold. And then inhale, round all the way up to standing, arms overhead. Exhale, hands by your side. Wonderful. So that was one full vinyasa. We're going to inhale, reach arms overhead. Once again, exhale, forward fold. We're going to step our right foot back to begin with and drop the back knee. We're coming into a low lunge. Keep the left knee stacked over the ankle. Really sink forward with the hips. If you'd like, you can inhale, come up, maybe even reach the arms up. Exhale, we'll release the hands down to frame the foot. We're going to gently push the hips back and straighten through this left leg to get a hamstring stretch. You might need some blocks or to come up a little bit if it's a bit tight. No worries. Just try your best to fold over the extended leg here. You can add some movement, maybe coming forward and pushing back. Just coming into a half split. This is called. Our front toes are flexed for a deeper stretch. We'll inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Squaring the hips, the right hip is really drawing forward here. We're going to take our left hand and bring it to the inside of this foot. And then we're going to bend this knee and come forward, both hands inside the left foot. And maybe you can even heel toe the left foot a little bit more away from you. This is our lizard pose here. And if you'd like, you can maybe even peel open with this knee, this left foot rolling onto its outer edge. Perfect. If you'd like, you can even reach the left arm back for a gentle twist. We'll inhale, come forward. Perfect. We're going to frame the foot with our hands once again. Tuck the back toes and lift off this back knee. We're inhale, lift up with the arms. We're going to take a variation of a warrior one here with our toes pointing forward. Our back knee is going to be bent and we're really tucking our pelvis here. Inhaling with an open chest, bend low into that front knee if you can. And then we'll inhale, open to the side into our warrior two. The hips peel open, the back toes face the long side of the mat. Our arms come parallel to the ground, gazing over the front fingertips. Get really nice and low with that front knee. From here, we're going to inhale, straighten through the front leg and reach the left fingertips back overhead. Exhaling, we're going to fold the body over the extended leg, but over on a side. So we bend on our side over the leg. Really trying to keep our shoulders stacked and our hips in line. Wonderful. Maybe gaze up if you like. This is our triangle pose. Inhale. And then we'll exhale, pivot this front foot to also face the long side of the mat. I'll turn to face you here. We're in a little wide, like a forward fold. So maybe pointing the toes a little bit towards each other to protect your knees. We'll exhale, release the spine down. Forward fold. Our hands come to our hips. From here, we inhale, lift all the way up to standing. We're going to pivot so that both of our feet are pointing forward, bending into the front knee. We're going to try to balancing pose our warrior one. If you need to plant your hands in front of you, that's a great variation. Or you can just try to lift off the back foot. And in our warrior three, we try to make the body parallel to the ground, coming into a T position. Straightening through the base leg, the standing leg. And then we'll exhale, release, standing all the way up, bringing both feet together at the top of the mat. We'll inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release into a forward fold. Inhale, we'll halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. This time our left foot steps back behind us and we drop the back knee. Coming into our low lunge here, really allowing those hips to sink forward. You can inhale, just come up if you'd like, or stay low. Maybe reach the arms all the way up. Planting the hands now to frame the foot. We're going to exhale, push the hips back, straight and through the right leg for our hamstring stretch. Add some movement if you'd like. And we'll settle in here to our half split. Inhale, we lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold. Inhaling back up. We're going to place both hands inside of this right leg, walking the hands forward, bending the knee. We come right into our lizard pose here. Maybe you want to heel toe the right foot a little bit more towards the edge of the mat. Maybe you want to peel this right foot onto its outer edge, pushing this knee away from you, opening up a little bit more space in the hips. Maybe you'd also like to reach back with the right arm for a gentle twist. Releasing the hands forward now. We're just going to heel toe the foot in between the hands once again. Tucking the back toes. We'll inhale, lift up with the chest. We're going to do a warrior one variation here where we bend the back knee and keep a tucked pelvis. Low in the front knee. Inhale, reach the arms up. On the exhale, this back foot is going to pivot to face the long side of the mat, our hips open into our warrior two. Shoulders falling away from the ears, 90-degree bend in the knee. On the inhale, we'll straighten through the front leg. The right hand sweeps back overhead. And then on the exhale, we release our body over the leg into our triangle pose. Both knees staying straight. We're trying to stack the shoulders on top of each other. Maybe gaze up. Really long through the side body. From here, we're released forward. We're going to take the front toes, pivot them towards the long side of the mat as well. Once again, we're in our wide-legged forward fold. Just pigeon toe the feet towards each other. Exhale, release into a fold. See, maybe if this time you can fold a little bit deeper. Then we'll bring our hands to our hips. Inhale, rise all the way up. We're going to pivot both toes to face forward. Bending into the front knee, we're going to gently try to lift the back toes off the ground. And then pull the chest down as we come into a T shape. Our warrior three pose, our hips are square to the ground. And if you'd like, you can plant the hands in front of you. We're going to inhale, bend through the standing leg as we stand all the way up, bringing our feet together. Wonderful. Release the hands. Let's just take a flow from here. Inhale, reaching arms up. Exhale, lengthen. Exhale, we step back to a plank position. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Our chaturanga is when we just tuck our elbows into our side like a low push-up, but feel free to drop the knees. We'll inhale, press up and open with the chest. And then exhale, release the hips back to our downward facing dog. Taking another deep breath here. We're going to bend the knees, dropping them to the ground and release our hips onto our heels, coming into a child's pose once more. Find your center here. Just find your breath. Move real quick. The time. Perfect. Wonderful. We're going to just gently walk our hands back towards us from here. And tuck in the toes underneath of us. We'll take a toe stretch. Just sit on your toes like that. Perfect. If you'd like, you can take this time to get into the shoulders. Maybe swing shoulders side to side. Maybe hold an arm across your shoulder. Switch arms. Hold an arm across your chest and neck. Wonderful. Release our arms. We're going to come up high onto our knees here and take our camel pose, a nice gentle back bend. If you'd like, you can bring your hands to your lower back and just gently open the chest here. Maybe pull the head back, the chest opens. You can just stay here in this camel, or if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, try to drop your hands to your heels, keeping your hips pull forward. We inhale, allow the chest to open and the head to fall back. Taking a nice deep breath here. Gently, our hands come back onto our lower back as we lift. Our hips sit back onto our heels, and we release the chest back into our child's pose. We'll inhale, push our way back up into a seat. From here, we're going to move our hips onto a side, come into a seated position on our bum, feet out in front of us. We're going to come into our boat pose from here. So kind of just rounding through the spine a little bit. We're going to pull our knees up towards us and maybe see if we can lift the feet off the ground. We're making a V shape with the body. This is a core exercise. Feel your core engaged, drawing back towards your spine. We're going to plant the hands behind us in our hips. We'll exhale, extend low into a canoe, and then inhale, bring the knees back towards the chest in a boat. Extending long into a canoe, and then pulling knees towards chest, boat. Again, we extend long into a canoe, pull it back into a boat. One more time, we'll extend to a canoe. And we'll release down to the ground from here, relaxing through the body. Hugging the knees into the chest, giving yourself a little rock side to side. We're going to take our right hand inside of the right knee and try to grab the outside of the right foot. You can plant the left foot down or maybe extend the leg straight, whatever you'd like. And we're just going to try to open this right foot out into a half happy baby, pulling that knee towards our armpit. We're going to bend the left leg, planting the left foot on the ground. From here, we bring this right foot right above our knee like we did earlier into a figure four shape. From here, we'll pull this left thigh into our chest and take a nice reclining pigeon stretch. Bringing your arms out to a T by your side. You can either wrap the leg, cross the leg over the other one, or uncross the leg. We're just going to gently allow the knees to fall towards the left. If you'd like to just give your hips a little move to the right, that might help you feel a little bit more comfortable. Just dropping the knees to the left and seeing if you can bring your gaze over to the right. In our spinal twist, we want to try to keep both shoulder blades planted. Inhaling, we'll come back through center. We're going to take it to the other side. The left arm comes inside the left knee, and the hand grabs the outside of the left foot. For a half happy baby, we open and extend through this leg, kind of pull it down towards our armpit a little bit. If not already, go ahead, bend the right knee, planting the right foot. This left foot is going to come right on top of this knee, right above it, on our lower thigh here in a figure four shape. We'll take our left hand in between the hole in between our legs and then pull the right thigh towards you. A reclining pigeon. Just deepening, lengthening the breath. We'll release our arms to the side here. And again, you can cross or uncross the legs, maybe jump them to the left, the hips to the left just a little bit. And then we'll allow the knees to fall to the right. Final twist on the other side. See if you can bring your gaze over the left shoulder. Again, seeing if you can keep both shoulder blades planted. Wonderful. Inhaling, coming back through center, hugging the knees into the chest. Maybe again, doing a little rock side to side. Extending the legs straight up ahead, arms by your side, maybe right under your sit bones. We're going to exhale, flex the toes and lower the legs all the way down for 3, for 2, for 1, and release the legs on the ground. Allow the feet to open. Allow the palms to open, arms by your side. We're coming into our final posture, the most important, our Shavasana, corpse pose. In this posture, we try to find a complete state of relaxation, letting go of any control of the breath, of your thoughts. Just relaxing through the entire body. To allow the practice to integrate. Maybe allowing the eyes to close. Your face relax, shoulders relax. Before coming out, just take a moment here to maybe visualize the rest of your day, how you want to feel the rest of your day, what intentions you set for the rest of your day. Feel free to stay longer in the Shavasana as you should. I'm going to go ahead and just guide us out. If you'd like to join me, starting with a nice deep breath, filling the belly, the rib cage, the chest with oxygen as much as possible. And open the mouth, exhale, let it all go. Starting to wiggle the fingers, move the ankles and wrists. We'll inhale, reach arms overhead, give yourself a full body stretch. And exhale, roll onto either side into a fetal position before gently working your way back up into a seat. So just whenever you're ready, meeting me in a seat. I'm going to close this practice off with one last breath here. Inhaling, arms overhead. And exhaling, hands to heart center. Maybe just connecting your third eye to your heart here, bowing to yourself. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. It was such an honor and a pleasure to guide you through this practice. And I really hope to see you again. Namaste. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, wonderful day. And yes, I hope to see you again. Thank you.